you very much, Mike. Thank you for inviting us along, Morrison Creed. It's good to see everybody out here, and we're going to be, I know you've only got 2 more speakers to go, so I'll make sure we stick to 10 minutes. Payroll law is not easy for employers. It should be, but it's not. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people out here employing people, but you won't realise probably that you're doing a lot of it wrong. So as we started off with SmartPayroll, although we've got one of the easiest to use, well, probably the easiest payroll system in New Zealand, it still doesn't do everything that you need to know as an employer, which is how to employ staff, how to set them up, making sure you're not doing things wrong. And payroll law is different to any other law. If you're not doing your taxes right, somebody's going to tell you at the end of the year, and if you're not filing your PAYE or your GST, someone's going to tell you in the next month. But that's not the case with payroll. With payroll, you can be doing something wrong or employing people wrong for probably 10 years or more, and you may not know until that employee leaves. And every day into our help desk, we get about 300 calls, and most of them aren't about payroll software, most of them about payroll law and how come I've done this wrong, because now I'm going to have to pay a lot of money. And we've seen good employers get fines and get penalties when employees leave, probably $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, and it's not fair. And the reason is that payroll law is too complex for small business owners. So we can help with that, and that's what we're here to do. First of all, managing your payroll is just the first part of it. It's very important that when you know your legislation, that you know every single part of it and what you're supposed to do. If you don't, you can sign up to us and we'll look after it for you, okay? The first thing is you need to know the types of employees that you're employing. It can be contractors, it can be casuals, it can be part-timers or full-timers, it can be commission-based sales, but it's IRD who decide whether they're casual employees or whether they're contractors. So if you've decided that with your employee, you need to be very sure that you've got it right, because that can come back to bite you big time, okay? Secondly, you need to know your tax codes, and it's up to them to tell you about the tax code, not you. You need to know about allowances and benefits and how to pay them legally, and whether they should be taxed or not taxed. Deductions from salaries or wages, same thing, when you can deduct. Leave entitlements is one of the biggest problems that employers fall into. In fact, I could probably guarantee that half the employers in this room are doing it wrong. Luckily for you, your employees probably don't know, but half of you will be doing it wrong. Filing your IRD returns, hopefully you're all doing that right, you'll hear if you're not. And record keeping, which is another one. It's not enough to have an Excel spreadsheet, and every time somebody asks for leave, you write it on your Excel spreadsheet. When somebody leaves one day, they're going to say, I didn't take leave that week, and you're going to have to end up paying them that leave because you haven't got a proper record of it. Okay? And last thing is KiwiSaver. You've got definite obligations with KiwiSaver. Make sure you know what they are. Okay? And ACC, again, there's things about ACC. And I won't go into some of the other things like parental leave and all the other bits and pieces that you need to know. You could study for a month with payroll and still not know exactly what you need to do. It's not fair. So secondly, these are the most common mistakes people make. Termination pays. Now, most of you think, all right, they've got this much leave left, 8% of that, that's all I owe them. No, it's not. There's a lot more, okay? Not keeping leave records. Annual leave cash-ups, paid or taxed incorrectly, okay? And how often can you do it? Overpaying sick leave and bereavement leave entitlements. There'll be a lot of you who are paying a lot out that you don't need to pay. Not understanding the difference between accrued and earned leave. Some of you probably still don't know, but your accountants will, so if you're not sure, ask them or ask us. And lastly, parental leave areas. It's a big problem, parental leave, because it's a complex law. Some of you probably don't even realise that when you've got staff on parental leave, they're still accruing annual leave during that time, no matter how long they're away, okay? So, payroll solutions. There's 3 different types of payroll solutions. The most common type for small business owners is a manual system, and a lot of you in that room will know that, and it's been really interesting listening to these other speakers, because every time you see an online solution you think, oh, that's difficult, I have to learn all that, and you start to sort of drift off and think, well, I've sort of lost them now because they're going a bit quick. Take the time to learn these things, because they will save you an enormous amount of money, and most of them only cost about $20 or $30 a month. It is really worth it. It saves you an employee. First of all, ask, will it suit my business? That's the most important thing. And you can ring us We won't ever sell you SmartPayroll or get you started on SmartPayroll until we're sure that it's exactly what you need for your business. It's important you have the right payroll system. Can you afford it? Most of our clients pay less than $40 a month. A lot of them only pay $20 a month, so come and see us if you want to know. Is it easy to use? You should be able to use it intuitively. You should know how to use it after you've run at least one pay. For our system, it takes 1 minute to pay each employee. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick demo of it in a minute. Is it easy to see records and reports, pay slips and things like that when you need them? If you're struggling to find a report, you're in the wrong system. Okay? And lastly, will I have to pay for any upgrades if the law changes? Because the law doesn't just change on the 1st of April, it changes regularly through the year, and often you'll find that the tax changes or ACC levies have changed and you might not know about it. So make sure you keep up to date if you're using one of those. And the last one, is there an annual license fee? There are a lot of systems out there now that don't charge you an annual license fee, so if you're paying one, change your system. You don't need to. Okay? So these are the systems that you've got to look at. First of all, there's your manual system, which most of you are using. This one, you need to know about payroll law. So make very sure that you know everything that you're doing. And it also takes the most time. Make sure you're accurate. Second one is a PC-based system where you buy the software and load it on your computer. The problem with these is that often you have to only use one computer to run your pay from. And again, you have to be sure that you're entering everything correctly. And the last ones are the online systems. SmartPayroll's the best. Best thing is it's online, so you can do your pays from China if you happen to be there, anywhere you want. The second big advantage is that your staff are paid automatically. You don't have to go online and do it. And your IRD filing is done automatically for you as well. So you don't have to talk to IRD again. We become your intermediary with IRD. Okay? So those are your options. Now this is very quickly just to show you how to use it. First of all, you log in with a secure username and password. Okay, that's you. It's all online, so you can do it from anywhere. Secondly, you get these 3 buttons to choose from. So you'll click on Run a Pay. Simple. A list of your employees will come up. We set the whole thing up for you, so there's nothing you need to do. We don't just set it up, but we train you. You get a personal trainer coming to your office. And then after that, you have free help desk support whenever you want it. You do ring, and you get to talk to somebody straight away, possibly. If everybody's on the phone, somebody will ring you back within 10 minutes. If you've done something wrong, we can undo it. If you've made a mistake, we can fix it. And if you just want advice about somebody who's leaving, we can help you. And any other payroll law we can help you with as well. We have an army of experts in our business. Okay? So there's your staff waiting to be paid. You'll see over on the left-hand side there's a menu, and the first thing on that menu is One Touch Pay. If you click that, it fills in all the staff who get the same amount every week. Now for some of you that'll be everybody, and that will be all you have to do to run your pay. For others, you'll have staff that are getting a different amount each week or working to varying hours. So you just double click on their name and it brings up their page. When it brings up their page, you can enter the hours they worked, and you can also enter any leave taken. And if you scroll a bit further down that page, which I can't give you a live demo, you'll see other bits and pieces you can enter if you want. But pretty much there, you can double click on anyone's name. Once you've entered the page, you can go back and change them as much as you want until it's finished. Okay? When you've put all the pays together, you just click on pay slips at the bottom there, and it will print out pay slips for everybody. You can also just email pay slips to everybody if they don't happen to all be in the office. Then you click on process and authorize and type the date that you want it to go into their bank accounts, and that's the pay done. After you've done that, Leon Graham's not here. After you've done that, overnight, the gross amount is taken out of your bank account. The net amount is distributed to each employee, and the rest of it is sent off to Datacom, who owns SmartPayroll. They keep it on a file in a trust account, and they file your tax returns when you're due. Now, if you wanted to file your own tax returns and pay your own staff, that's fine too. So whichever way you want to use it, you just ring us up and we set it up that way. If you need a new employee added, we do that for you for free, or we show you how to do it yourself. It's very simple to do. Anything after your monthly fee is free with us. You get free training, free help desk support, unlimited, and the only thing you have to pay for is a $50 sign-up fee. There's no contract. And anytime you want advice, we make sure you're getting the correct advice, and we're making sure everything's correct for you as far as records are concerned. So that's us. Now just on one last little thing, we produce a free little employees booklet. which you should have if you're in business. It just tells you the basic things you need to know or should be doing as an employer. Get a copy of that booklet. We've got a whole part of them here to take away. You don't have to be our clients, and it'll help you with any questions you might have and save you trawling through all the different websites you need to. Okay? Thank you.